All right, we have turned the calendar to June, and although we did have a rather chilly June 1st, I feel like now we're getting there. We're getting close.
We're getting back. We're leaving May in the dust behind us where it belongs. We're about 3.3 degrees below average for May. We're going to hope to change that as we get into June. Unfortunately, June is going to come with warmer temperatures, but it's also coming with a good deal of haze and smoke that we're going to be talking about because of a lot of the wildfires burning up in Canada. There's over 100 wildfires burning up there, especially up towards Manitoba. That pushes a lot of smoke out into the atmosphere, and it all gets dispersed and kind of pushed downwind. So we're going to tap into some of that as we go through the next few days. We got a little bit of that haziness out there right now. Hazy skies going to be likely instead of our abundant sunshine for the next couple of days. You might notice that red or orange tint to some of your sunrises, sunsets, and just the sun in general with some of that smoke in the atmosphere. Air quality issues are not looking super likely for us. It's not quite going to get that far down to the surface. Across western Ohio and beyond, though, they certainly could have some of those issues. Right now, that atmospheric smoke is trying to move in. Again, this is kind of how it's dispersed through the atmosphere, so not all at the surface, but you can see a lot of this originates from Canada and is coming down through the Great Lakes. Heavier concentration off to our west. That's going to be heading our way as we get into the overnight hours, and that means we're going to have a lot of that haze in our skies as we go through the day tomorrow. It's technically going to be mostly sunny, but you might not realize it just because of all that haze that's going to be between us and the sunshine. So just keep that in mind looking ahead to tomorrow. We'll keep plenty of that in the forecast as we get into Wednesday as well. By Wednesday, we're going to have some rain moving in, and that's going to kind of mix up the atmosphere for us a little bit and also give us the return of some unsettled conditions. We'll bring back some rain potential heading all the way into the start, at least, of the weekend. There's not a day that looks like a washout, but at least that potential for rain will be back. A lot of haze in those skies out there, especially looking off towards the west, but 75 degrees still the temperature for Cleveland right now, so back closer to average for this time of year. And we are going to have those temperatures continue to warm. We've got quiet conditions showing up on satellite and radar. Again, some of that is obscured by some of that wildfire smoke. High pressure is in place. It's kind of shifted just off to our east. So as we get the flow around that area of high pressure, that's going to help push a little more of that smoke our way and give us that haze in our skies. Technically, though, we're talking about mostly clear conditions, even if it will be hazy as we go through tonight. Temperatures will not be as chilly. We drop back only into the 50s. Tomorrow, a lot of hazy sunshine will be the case for us. Tomorrow, though, it's not just the sun that's going to help warm us up, what we can get of it anyway. We're going to have a good breeze that kicks in from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, so that's really going to boost our temperatures. We're well into the mid to upper 70s by lunchtime, into the 80s for our highs as we get into the afternoon. So it's going to be a very warm day for us. Back to some above average conditions, and we're going to keep those warm temperatures around into Wednesday as well with that National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. We're still dealing with some hazy skies on Wednesday. We could have some winds gusting up to about 20 miles per hour or beyond. That wind coming in from the south, so still a very warm wind. That'll help really boost our temperatures as we go through the day on a Wednesday. I think we're going to see a little bit of increase in cloud cover later on. Best chance for some rain on Wednesday is going to be just off to our west, and then we're going to see that chance for some showers and rumbles of thunder kind of moving our way late Wednesday and heading into your Thursday. So we'll see that reflected on your Medina Country Club 10-day outlook. Temperatures a little bit cooler with some of those unsettled conditions returning. A few scattered showers. Storms going to be possible for us on Thursday. And then we'll keep that potential around, at least the chance for some showers, rumbles of thunder as we get into Friday, maybe even lingering into early Saturday. Again, there's not one day that totally looks like a washout. If you have some outdoor plans, I think you just kind of monitor things at this point. The unsettled conditions will bring in a little bit of clearing in the skies as far as our atmosphere is concerned, kind of wipe out some of that wildfire smoke, at least for a little bit. Temperatures briefly back into the 70s, and then we do look to kind of maintain those 70s and 80s as we get into next week, so we're not quite going back to that May chill.
Yeah, not a 60s on there, Jay. Not a 60s.
Yeah, that's spectacular. We made it.
We did.
Thank you, Jessica.